everyone, in today's tutorial, we are going to learn how to calculate difference between dates in Excel. So as you can see, I have some port data of 4 employees and we are going to calculate the period they have worked in ABC company in years, in months, and in days. So we have their start date here and their end date in this particular company, and we need these two dates to calculate the period they have worked. And as you can see, the dates are the cells are formatted in the date format, as you can see here. So please note, before you calculate, make sure these cells are formatted in the number format by selecting, and then in the home tab, in the number group, click this drop down icon and click number. So once you're done, put your cursor in the cell you want to do your calculations, and we're going to begin calculating the period in years. So type equal sign, then type data diff. So data diff is a formula, and then open the brackets, then select the start date, then put a comma, then select the end date, then put a comma, then type open quotation marks, then type Y, which represents years, then closing quotation marks, then close the brackets, and then press enter. There you go. So you can see June has worked for 4 years in this company. And please note, for this formula to work, the start date has to be earlier than the end date. So the end date has to be a later date, and the start date has to be an earlier date. So let's calculate the period in months. So type equal sign, then data div, then open the brackets, then select the start date, then put a comma, then the end date, then put a comma, and then open quotation marks. Then in this case, we shall type M. It represents the month, and then closing quotation marks. Then once you're done, close the brackets and then press enter. There you go. So June has worked for 51 months. And then let's calculate the period in days. So type equal sign, then type data div, then open the brackets, then select the start date, then put a comma, then the end date, then put a comma. So then type open quotation marks. Then in this case, we shall type D, which represents days, and then closing quotation marks, then close the brackets, and once you're done, press enter. So you can, I'm sure you've realized the difference, because in this case we did put a Y to represent years, and then in this formula we input M to represent the months, and then in this formula we input D to represent the days. So to calculate for the rest of the individuals, just select the cells, and then at the lower right edge, double click to autofill. So we have all the data here and the period that each staff has worked in this company, in years, in months, and in days. So that's it about our today's tutorial. If you found this helpful, kindly leave a comment down below, subscribe to our channel, like, and see you in our next tutorial. Bye.